You think you know Day of the Dead? Maybe you've seen the sugar skulls, the painted faces, the vibrant colors splashed across tourist brochures, but let me tell you, it's so much more than a ghoulish Halloween knockoff. This isn't about fear, or horror, or cheap scares. This is about life, about memory, about a connection so profound it stretches beyond the veil of death itself. It's a Mexican tradition, deeply woven into the fabric of its culture, a way of looking death square in the eye and not just flinching but inviting it in for a meal, a drink, a story. It's a beautiful, complex, and deeply human experience, one that many outside Mexico misunderstand. Forget what you think you know. This isn't about mourning in hushed whispers and somber black. This is a celebration, a vibrant explosion of life affirming its own continuation in the face of mortality. It's a time when families believe the souls of their departed loved ones return for a brief reunion. Imagine that. Not ghosts to be exorcised, but cherished family members coming home for a visit. The air isn't thick with dread, it's filled with the scent of marigolds, copal incense, and the favorite foods of those who have passed. This whole beautiful, poignant affair didn't just spring up overnight. No, its roots dig deep, way deep, into the pre-Hispanic soil of Mesoamerica. We're talking civilizations like the Aztecs, the Maya, the Toltecs, and others who had their own complex views on death and the afterlife, long before the Spanish ever set foot on these shores. For these cultures, death wasn't an absolute end, but a transition, a journey to another realm. They held rituals honoring their ancestors, believing that these spirits could return, and these practices often involved offerings, feasts, and ceremonies that lasted for days, sometimes even a month. The Aztecs, for instance, dedicated an entire month to honoring the dead, presided over by the goddess Mictlantecuhtli, the Lady of the Dead. They believed that the destination of a soul in the afterlife was determined not by how one lived, but by how one died. These ancient peoples didn't fear death in the same way many Western cultures do. They saw it as a natural part of the cosmic cycle. They built elaborate tombs, left offerings of food and precious objects for the deceased's journey, and maintained a connection with their ancestors through these rituals. At the very heart of Dia de Muertos, you'll find the ofrenda, the altar. This isn't just a pretty display, it's a deeply personal, meticulously constructed bridge between the living and the dead. Families create these in their homes, in cemeteries, sometimes even in public spaces. Each one is unique, a vibrant testament to the individuals being remembered. They are often multi-tiered, representing heaven, earth, and the underworld, or different stages of life. The effort and love poured into these altars is palpable. You can feel it in the air, a silent, powerful welcome to the returning souls. Every item on the ofrenda has a purpose, a symbolic meaning. You'll see photographs of the departed, a poignant reminder of who is being honored, their faces smiling out from the past. Candles are lit to illuminate the path for the spirits, guiding them home. Bright orange cempasúchil flowers or marigolds are strewn about, their strong scent believed to attract the souls. Copal incense, made from tree resin, is burned to purify the space and carry prayers to the heavens. Food, man. It's always about the food, isn't it? And on Day of the Dead, the culinary traditions are as rich and symbolic as everything else. This isn't just about feeding the living, it's about preparing a banquet fit for the souls of the departed, enticing them back with the aromas and tastes they cherished in life. The belief is that while the spirits may not physically consume the food, they absorb its essence, its spiritual nourishment. So, kitchens across Mexico become bustling hubs of activity, preparing dishes passed down through generations, each recipe a story in itself. One of the most iconic foods you'll see is pan de muerto, the bread of the dead. This sweet, often anise-flavored bread is typically round, symbolizing the circle of life, and decorated with bone-shaped pieces of dough on top, sometimes dusted with sugar or sesame seeds. Each region might have its own variation, its own special twist, but the sentiment is the same. An offering, a comfort, a delicious part of the ritual. Families will bake it, buy it from local panaderias, and place it prominently on their ofrendas, a staple of this spiritual feast. Then there are the sugar skulls, or calaveras de azúcar. These aren't meant to be morbid, they're whimsical, often brightly decorated with colorful icing, sequins, and foil. Section 5, where life dances with death, the cemetery vigil, the cemetery. For many, it's a place of quiet sorrow, of somber reflection. But during Dia de Muertos in Mexico, cemeteries transform. They become vibrant, luminous spaces, alive with families, music, and the flickering glow of thousands of candles. This isn't a spooky, haunted graveyard scene, it's a communal gathering, a party even, where the living spend time with their departed loved ones. Families clean and decorate the grave sites, turning them into miniature ofrendas, adorned with flowers, food, photos, and personal mementos. It's a beautiful, moving sight. The tradition often involves spending the night, or at least a significant portion of it, in the cemetery. Families will gather around the graves, sharing stories, singing songs, playing music, sometimes even hiring mariachi bands to serenade the souls. They eat, they drink, they laugh, they remember. It's a vigil, yes, but it's a celebratory one. The atmosphere is not one of mourning, but of joyful remembrance and connection. The belief is that the souls are present, enjoying the company and the offerings, and this shared experience strengthens family bonds both with the living and the departed. The visual spectacle is breathtaking. The beauty of Dia de Muertos is that it's not just a private, insular affair. While the core of it is deeply personal and family-oriented, there's an openness, an invitation to witness and in some ways participate, even for outsiders. Locals spend weeks, sometimes months, preparing. Markets buzz with vendors selling marigolds, sugar skulls, special breads, and all the accoutrements for the ofrendas. Homes are cleaned, special meals are planned, and there's a collective anticipation in the air. It's a community-wide effort, a shared cultural heartbeat. For travelers, this can be an incredibly profound experience, a chance to see a culture engaging with life and death in a way that's both ancient and vibrantly alive. Many towns and cities like Oaxaca, Pátzcuaro, and Mexico City have public celebrations, parades, and large-scale ofrenda displays in plazas and public buildings. These offer a glimpse into the artistry and devotion that go into the tradition. You'll see elaborate sand tapestries or tapetes de arena, depicting religious or skeletal figures, and streets filled with people in Katrina makeup, the elegant skeleton lady. Respectful participation is key. This isn't a theme park, it's a deeply spiritual and cultural observance. Let's get one thing straight. Despite the skulls and skeletons, Dia de Muertos is not a somber, mournful affair. It's a celebration, a vibrant, colorful, life-affirming explosion of joy and remembrance. Yes, there's an undercurrent of longing for those who are gone, a touch of melancholy perhaps, but the overwhelming emotion is one of happiness. The happiness of reunion, the joy of memory, the celebration of lives lived. The imagery of skeletons or calacas and skulls or calaveras is not meant to be frightening. It's playful, often satirical, a way of mocking death and acknowledging its universality with a wink. The colors themselves tell a story. Bright orange marigolds, vivid pinks, purples, yellows. These hues are everywhere on ofrendas, in cemeteries, in street decorations. They symbolize life, hope, and the joy of the spirit's return. Music fills the air, from traditional folk tunes to lively mariachi bands, creating an atmosphere of festivity. Stepping into Mexico during Dia de Muertos is like stepping into another world, one where the veil between life and what lies beyond feels incredibly thin. As a traveler, you're not just an observer, you're enveloped by it. The scent of cempasúchil and copal is everywhere, a constant fragrant reminder of the season. The sight of families lovingly tending to graves, the sound of laughter and music mingling in the candlelit cemeteries. It's an assault on the senses in the best possible way. It's raw, it's real, and it's deeply human. What strikes you most, perhaps, is the sheer artistry and devotion on display. The intricate ofrendas, each a unique masterpiece of personal history and love. The elaborate sand paintings, the carefully crafted sugar skulls, the vibrant costumes and face paint. This isn't just going through the motions, this is a culture pouring its heart and soul into an ancient tradition. You see generations working together, sharing stories, passing down customs. It's a powerful lesson in the importance of heritage and the enduring strength of family ties, something that resonates universally. There's an emotional resonance that's hard to describe but impossible to ignore. In a world changing faster than ever, traditions can easily get lost. Dia de Muertos stands as a testament to cultural endurance. It's a living celebration, evolving while holding its core essence. Families build ofrendas, teaching children the stories and rituals. UNESCO recognized Dia de Muertos as intangible cultural heritage in 2008. This helps safeguard and promote respect for its practices. Preservation isn't about freezing a tradition in time, it's about allowing it to adapt and thrive.